and to embody in a place that is very green this time, his first incarnation on Earth in this lineage. It's so green in North America, somewhere in modern day Tennessee or so, Kentucky or Tennessee.
Yes, tell me more.
And now I'm the masculine experiencing life on Earth, and I've had flickers of this memory in the past. But I feel again like I have something to prove. Like I have some chip on my shoulder, like I'm not worthy. And so I go into battle and I exert all of this strength and all of these accomplishments, and I slay many enemies and I win many battles. And with every opponent that I conquer, I also feel a deep sadness for the life that I've just taken. But with that life that I've taken, I feel a deeper reverence for the life that I have. And not in an approving way, but in a bringing the circle of life full circle kind of way. I feel like it's so hard to accept, but like I'm feeling more worthy with every life that I take, almost like I needed all of those life energies that I take to fully step into this earthly body, this first earthly body that I've taken in this journey. And I'm not aware that I'm on this earthly journey. I find it very difficult to connect to the memories of being Ra and being in ancient Mesopotamia.
Yes.
But I'm learning to feel worthy of my own power here on Earth now. What it's like to be a powerful man in a different way. And one day I again feel deep heartbreak. That's so much heartbreak. Is my best friend, my comrade in battle, my partner in battle, is slain. There's a hatchet sticking out of the front of his face in the middle of battle, and so to avenge him, I just cut down so many men and even some villagers to avenge his death because I'm so pissed off. And then there's another moment when I'm also feeling myself holding him, who's my best friend. And I just loved him so much that he was also my lover, but it never felt, there was no judgment around it. I just loved him so much. And as I feel his last gurgles for breath, he's not even in his body anymore. His body's just gurgling and energy leaving it. I see his eyes fluttering open, empty, and all of the warm blood from his head pouring out onto my arms and my lap. My heart is just so broken. My appetite for battle is just gone.
How does that make you feel holding?
Like I just lost everything that I ever was trying to feel worthy of. Power, of status, of strength, of control, of all that. With him, lost the desire to achieve any more of that. So I just go back to my village and I cast down my hatchet, cast down my spears and weapons. I just go into a vow of silence. And I'm silent and I just feel and be. Spend so much time with nature, so much time with the plants, learning from the plants, speaking with the plants in my mind. And I connect with a sacred medicine woman. I see her now as a woman I know. Her name is Julie. Such a powerful, strong, beautiful woman, like a warrior priestess. Just gorgeous, strong and gorgeous, with a large frame, but just, yeah, like a warrior priestess. She's just so beautiful. Right. My heart has softened so much these years being in nature in the forest that I'm so open to her. And I actually take more of a feminine role. In a man's body, I take more of a feminine role most of the time, allowing her to direct me. Liberating. I just need help integrating what it's like to be the feminine on Earth now. Or just at least to be a non-aggressive male, a man who's here to use what she helps me to see through all the plant medicine journeys that she takes me on. She helps me to see how to be an empowered, divine, masculine man, natural and safe with the hearts of others. She holds space for me, and she just, sometimes in my medicine journeys, she just takes me and makes ridiculous love to me and takes me on journeys through cyberspace. Oh, God.
Beautiful.
Unbelievable. And as I step into my king through all of these lessons she's taught me, the people honor me as chief, as their chief.
Yeah.
And I lead them to peace instead of victory through battle. I just lead them to peace by holding these medicine ceremonies with all of the leaders of nearby tribes who would have been my competitors. Just invite everybody to lay down their arms.
How is the response?
Most times they don't trust me at first, I kill me. And then I give them some pop and they fucking love me. Because they've gotten them and their people have gotten so disconnected from what they really love that it feels so good for them to just surrender to nature and remember that nature's not just there for them to provide all the tools that they need and all of the food that they need when they can't find deer to kill, but nature's also there to provide all the love that they need to soften their heart. And so I guide all these local tribes on sacred medicine journeys, and it starts to spread. Some of this ancient wisdom starts to spread. Not easily. Sometimes people try to kill me or poison me. But I've created such an intuition that I just Jedi my way out of situations that would kill me.
So it spreads around the country, the knowledge.
At least the region that I'm aware of. There's lots of land here, and I have not traveled all of it or met all of the chiefs. But as far as I know, it's my entire known land.
Yes.
That brings a lot of peace to me.
That's a whole different way of being.
Ah,
So let's move forwards to an important day in that lifetime. 3, going through time and space. 2 and 1. Be there now.
oh man. I'm walking along a stream and I look down and see something shimmering and different from the way that other rocks shimmer. It's not like the way it's not like the way the sun comes off the water. It's not like the look in a woman's eye. It's different. It's a red shimmering coming out of the dirt right next to the stream by a waterfall.
Mm-hmm.
And I dig up a little bit to find a ruby.
Ah.
And I recognize it from somewhere, like an old friend, some distant memory at the time. I don't have a vivid memory of it, but my heart remembers it. And
Very good.
wow, it doesn't make sense to me how it arrived there. Because I had never seen a stone like that in my whole life.
Mm-hmm. So what happens when you pick it up?
I pick it up and my heart just feels so connected to it. My heart's just swelling and so open and full of love. And I bend down in the stream to wash it off and bring it back out and see it's just so beautiful. When I look into it, I see my reflection, distorted a bunch of different ways because of the shape of the ruby, but I feel my reflection in a different way, and I feel myself as a 9-foot tall pharaoh dog alien king. And it makes no sense to me, so I feel like it's just a dream that I have, but I've gotten so connected to nature that I trust every experience I have now, and I know in some way this is me, this was me, this is me. And I remember so much love from that lifetime on a different but very similar journey.
Amazing. You are feeling the ruby. Tell me how you feel when you're holding that ruby.
So peaceful and activated, where I once thought that I had to. Oh wow, where I once thought that I had to do things like go out into nature or be silent for a while or take a plant medicine or something. I once thought that I had to do that. I now just know in my heart that I have it all the time. This ruby connects me immediately to that feeling of deep love and peace and surrender and safety.
Beautiful.
Feeling
So
of
tell me,
infinity.
so tell me what happens next.
I take that ruby back to my villagers and I don't immediately show anybody. I still just contemplate with it and just feel it and learn the lessons that are there from the ruby. And the ruby's teaching me all of the wisdom that's been embedded in it. Oh my goodness. Which I know is from my life surrendering power as Ra and learning to just live in love all the time. From a place of love, from the heart, not from the external surroundings, with nothing as a crutch and nothing as a support. Oh my gosh, it makes so much sense. So I just start emanating the way of being, without having plant medicine all the time, without even teaching how to do it. I start emanating that way of being with everybody around me. And I start just inspiring people to feel safe in my presence. And they start pointing it out. They start saying how much different they feel around me, how much safety they feel around me.
Very good. So let's go forward to an important day, another important day in that lifetime. 3, going through time and space. 2, and 1, be there now. What's going on?
I'm looking into the eyes of the man who's about to kill me. He's here to conquer land. And I see in him the way that I used to be.
What does he look like?
He's got whiter skin.
Mm.
And he's wearing armor material that I've never seen before. Metal.
Yes.
And he's got a sword with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's about to chop my head off with that sword. And he's just, I just feel the way that him and his soldiers with him have ransacked my whole village and burned down so much of everything we've built, and they're unable to listen. Like, we don't speak the same language. They can't understand us as we say that all of the medicine here is for them. They can have it and find a new way of being. They don't know how to listen because they're so thirsty for more and more killing in order to feel worthy themselves. And I have no way of judging him because I used to be that young man in a strong man's body.
Yes.
So as he looks at me in my eyes, about to bring back his sword and deal the final blow, I forgive him. And I surrender, and I clutch to the ruby one last time in my hand. And I know that even death is just a transition moment, and this is my beautiful lesson to learn to die well. Although I have fear, I'm very scared of what's to happen. The ruby brings me comfort.
So what does happen now?
He deals the blow and everything goes dark to me, but then everything becomes extremely light as the life leaves my body. And I feel a continuation of the feeling of liberation that I had felt before, and I feel myself soaring and lifting.
Mm-hmm.
Lifting from the earth in a way that I never experienced before. Because Mother Earth had always been my mother on that sacred journey, on this sacred journey. And I see that that lifetime was me really as an adolescent through this journey, or really, like an infant through this journey. And I needed to have a life so connected to Mother Earth to mother me through those early stages of the masculine learning to be safe and in pursuit of a larger purpose.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
So for the first time, I feel myself lifting, and it feels like a young man leaving home for the first time almost, but in a soul way. You know, this trajectory I'm taking through life, through being an earthling. I feel like I'm advancing to the next step.
That's beautiful. Where do you go to?
I actually go back in time as an earthling would experience it, but I go back to what is now known as ancient Greece.